Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
What up, guys? It's your host Daniel and your co-host
Mayhem.
How you guys been? I know you've been good.
I mean, I've been really good. How you been, man?
I've been very good.
That's good to hear.
Well, today we are doing one that was requested by one of my buddies, Nick. He wanted us to do. He said he was a good movie, and so we're gonna do it. It is Blackphone.
Man, I'm excited for this because I actually do love Ethan Hawkins. So we'll see. We'll see how he does as a villain.
Yeah, they got him in here, which I am excited. Like you said, excited to see him as a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's always playing the hero or like the conflicted man. So it'd be great to see where he is like a conflicted villain or some shit.
Right. I mean, even we've seen him in horror movies before, like in Sinister, the first one. But even then, he was the victim in that movie. So
Yeah. But yeah, that and then it being Bloomhouse. Like Bloomhouse has always like put out good shit. Like even when did you ever go to like the horror nights and shit at Universal when you?
I went to
And they every now and then they do like a Bloomhouse one. And then that Bloomhouse like maze is always like a mix of like all the random movies that have come out that year, or like even just a mix of just movies that are doing good that they wanted to do,
Right.
or just some fucked up shit, which is always fun too.
Dude, how cool would it be if this podcast blew up and we ended up just going to Universal Studios Horror Nights one day, just like a fucking vlog?
Dude, to get paid to do it would be awesome. Just like fucking round trip for us to go.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope.
So what do you think of the trailer?
The trailer looks fucking good. Like I said, like it's kind of cool. It's a snatch and grab of like a kid, but then you see like some supernatural shit is happening on top of that. So I'm excited to see that blend of just like a victim the kid trying to get out, and then the supernatural shit happening on top of it, and like how it's all gonna get tied in. Because that might lead to a couple good scares with supernatural crap. But
Yeah, that's usually what gets me. Like, I don't care about the stuff that you could like actually see. It's that supernatural crap that kind of gets to me sometimes. I'm like, whoa.
yeah. It's always the fear of the unknown kind of shit, like shit that's out of our control.
Right.
Like I remember, I don't know if I've ever brought it up on the podcast, but like when we'd go out camping out in the woods and shit, and like I'd bring my gun, like always, especially out here, like there's bears and bear and moose that will fuck you up out here. But so like I remember we were talking one time, and like, what if it's some fucking monster from those horror movies you watch? I'm like, if my gun can't handle it, then I don't even want to survive it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck all that.
At that point, what's running gonna do? I'm gonna just tire myself out. Just
Yeah,
take me now with a
yeah.
s'more in my hand and shit.
Yeah, I'd rather die not sweating like a fucking snitch, all fucking hot from running.
Uh,
Fuck that.
For real. Yeah, no, like you said though, I like the supernatural aspect of it because, like, kidnap movies are cool. Like Prisoner was a really good movie. Like those kind of movies, but they're not scary to me. So the fact that they influenced this stuff to make it more of a horror movie, supernatural movie, I really like the idea of it. So I'm excited to see how they execute it.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking sick. Cause yeah, like you said, Prisoner was a good movie, but it's just like a thriller. Like this looks like it's gonna be more of a movie, which I'm really excited to see. But yeah, you think you're ready to take off?
Let's see how it goes.
All right, we'll be back with spoilers, guys. You know the drill. All right, guys, we are back. Man, what did you think about it?
I thought it was alright. It's not one of my favorites where I was like super hooked on it the whole time, honestly. But it was pretty decent. They for a newer school horror movie, they did okay. Nothing at all scared me. So
Yeah.
I'm a little just like literally there was nothing scary about it. So spoilers alert! If you're looking to get scared, this probably ain't the movie to go see. It was definitely more of a thriller.
Yeah, it definitely played like a thriller. The whole supernatural bit played less than I thought it was. Like the only creepy part about that was like the part when like he wakes up and that kid's like upside down or whatever that goes.
Yeah.
The rest of it wasn't too scary, I don't think, but it was still it had my attention kinda. Like I played on my phone a lot while we were watching it. Like it still was good. Like I would recommend it if somebody wanted to see it. Like yeah, go for it. But it's like Mayhem said, it's not scary at all. Like no jumps, no nothing.
Yeah, I'll say it was a good movie, but as for a horror movie, no.
Yeah, no, just straight thriller. Like some of it too. Like a lot of it played like, I guess I was gonna say a lot of it played where things didn't lead anywhere, but in the end they did. Like the one kid's like, oh yeah, dig the hole, you can get out that way. And he did that for a little bit, then fucked off. And then like, oh, like everything that the other kids had left for him to do, he used in a way at the end to attack him and kill him at the end. But even like all the way up to getting that steak and feeding the steak to that fucking dog.
Yeah, it all played a hint at some point. And I will say I wish the kid would have done things a little differently though. Like when he used the toilet thing, the toilet topper to fucking bang a hole in the wall. I'm like, bro, just wait behind the wall until he walks around the corner and smack that motherfucker in the head. Or when he goes upstairs and the guy's just sleeping in his chair and he tries to escape through the front door, like grab a kitchen knife, stab that motherfucker while he's asleep, and then escape.
Yeah, you're literally in the kitchen, like, and you're sitting there fucking with the lock. Like, I get it. Yeah, you gotta get that lock open, but why don't you fucking kill him while he's asleep? If you're in the kitchen where there's you use a fork, like I said.
Yeah.
Stick him in the eye or something. Then go fuck with the lock and try to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Another question I had is when he's like walking through the house, I wonder where the brother was the whole time, because the brother was. Oh wait, no, it was a separate house, right? Or was that the same house?
It was the same house, but like they were kind of just staying together, and like I don't know how he kept the room separate where he couldn't see that he was like taking kids down in the basement. But
yeah, I don't get that. He's over here all investigating it, all high on cocaine, trying to figure out who did it, and he doesn't see that. Like, there's just no point in time where he notices. I didn't get that.
Exactly. Yeah, me neither. Like, and then like at the end somehow he got it, but even then, like all he did was look. He was looking at that map and was like, and then decided to like go look around. But even then, like that was kind of lame. It just was I think they had that in there just to like have a kill in there, because even then, like all he did was like go down there, see him, and then get an axe to the head, and that was it.
Yeah,
and that was like the only like thing of violence that we really saw that whole movie.
Yeah, definitely not a violent film. The most violent part in there is when the dad's whooping the little girl's ass, or when the kids are getting into a fight.
Yeah,
that's about it, man.
I forgot about that. He was like, that fucking dad was whooping her ass.
It did kind of make me want to watch that Smile movie, just because like I feel like I need to get a little more horror and gruesome into my system.
Yeah, same here.
I think that one will be a little more better. But
yeah, we were trying to choose between Smile and this, and we're like, yeah, let's just do Blackphone.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily disappointing, but not what I was expecting for like a horror movie night at least.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. But yeah, like you said, still liked it. Like I would recommend it to anyone that's looking to watch just a good thriller or like a mind fuck, but definitely wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to find something scary, because like we said, we didn't find it scary at all.
Not at all, man. There was nothing really. I mean, I don't know, somebody with like with a kid, it's definitely like a fear of mine that shit like that could happen, but like, it's not like I'm sitting there on the edge of my seat like, holy shit.
I thought his mask was pretty fucking cool, how he could change out the bottom to make like different facial expressions, and yeah, his whole mask thing was cool. And even then they didn't really play on that too much, except for like towards the end, like when the kid rips the mask off and he's like freaking out that his face is out, like, and there wasn't like any backstory to that at all. It was just like, okay, so he's just freaking out.
Even when like he was kidnapping these kids, he had like a fucking magician face, like a clown, like a painted all white face. So there's something why he didn't want to, other than the fact you don't want people to know who he is. But you know, like there's obviously some reason why he doesn't want to show his face. They didn't tap into detail.
No, not at all. Or even like the black balloons. Or do you remember what the side of his car said at all? I don't at all.
I think it was just like some kind of like circus act or like magic act. That's why the kid was all like, "Oh, do you do magic tricks in the car or some shit?"
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because like even then, like there wasn't much explained about him. They focused a lot of like resources and storytelling like of him down in that basement, which was cool because that's like what it was about. But I would have liked to know a little bit more about this fucking creepy ass dude that's kidnapping kids. Like just a little bit more. Like there was nothing other than that he's a creepy dude that wears a mask.
Yeah. I really would have loved to see more backstory. I would have loved to known why he targeted, like if there was like some post-traumatic trauma from when he was a little boy that made him target like boys that age or what. Like, but there was just no details, like why he took these kids, why what he did with them afterwards. Even like
exactly,
so
just that he killed them. That was it. Like, it didn't specify like how or anything. They just like he's like some of them he took his time, but even then too, like when the only backstory we kind of get like when he first gets put in the basement, the guy's like, oh, that phone doesn't work, it hasn't worked down here since I was a kid, so like maybe he was put down there. But even then, like you said, there's not any fucking story or backstory to tell us like anything about it.
Yeah, maybe that's a good hypothesis though, or something. Maybe he was kidnapped as a boy and that was where he was kept, and then he kind of just escaped and kept the tradition going.
Or like his fucking family used to abuse him, because even then we don't know whose house it was before, because they just said, oh, he owns this house and the one across the street, and like at the end of the movie, and like that's it.
yeah I would have loved for them to summarize a little more details about it.
Yeah, and then like even like when he killed him, like for a minute there, I was like, the whole horror movie thing, like, oh, is he actually dead? Like he killed him, and then like, but you move on, and I'm like, okay, like is he dead? And then like, yeah, when he's at school, he's like, oh yeah, that's the kid that killed the Snatcher. I'm like, okay, so he is dead. Like even his death as the villain, like was so like not developed, fucking what's the word I'm looking for? It was a disappointment.
Yeah. Underappreciated. No.
Underappreciated, I guess. Like I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of that either. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, like we said, the movie was entertaining, but it didn't have my attention like the entire time at all.
Yeah, definitely could have gotten some more explanations on stuff. It could have done a little bit better of trying to scare you or freak you out more. Made you think a little more. Like you didn't work for it. It was just a good watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a good watch, but that's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. Something that literally what I did, like put on and then fuck around on my phone while it's on. Like, and then when something cool is happening, then watch, because like we said, good watch, just something to have in the background as ambiance.
Yeah, man, it reminds me of like those like how I referred to earlier, like Prisoner or something like that. It reminds me, it's a good watch, but even Prisoner made me think more than this movie.
Yeah. Prisoner's the one with Hugh Jackman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yep, I agree completely. Prisoner is definitely a better snatch and grab movie than this was.
Exactly. Or like I was thinking towards the end when the kid was walking out of the house, I was like, how cool would it be if he was dead this whole time? Like,
yeah,
when the cops came in and before I knew there was 2 houses, they just found nothing but the kids' dead bodies, and I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna do like some lovely bone shit, like this motherfucker's been dead the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's a twist. No,
dude, that would have been more entertaining, because even when he came out and the sister saw him, she was the only one to notice him and run over and give him a hug. I thought she was gonna like fall through like a ghost, and I was like, that. I mean, granted, we called it at that point when he came out, but that would have made this movie been like, okay, that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, that would have been a nice twist. He was dead the whole time or something.
Yeah, or like even at the end, like somehow like he still died at the end, but got like his ghostly revenge or some bullshit. Anything than what we got.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool. Like you said, how they like the kids hinted it out on how to help him, and at the end they used all the utilities to kill the guy. Like that was neat, but not real original.
No, not at all. Not at all. But yeah, and then he used them all to like little bit of advice. Even the sister, when she was like on the bike, I did like that. And then she like shows up, and then like when she first finds that house, and like the 4 dead kids are right in front of it, or 5, whatever, and she crashes her bike. I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool to tie in those kids, that she can see them too, with her weird supernatural ability to dream of what's going on, kind of thing, which was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. Then I wonder if they both of them have like just gifted.
Yeah,
because he was saying something about her mom was like that or something, and he didn't want her to be like that. So they both probably have it. That's why he could speak to them, and she has those dreams. Like they're all probably.
Yeah, they both definitely have some kind of supernatural shit, which was kind of cool too. Which is like how you said when they mentioned that the mom had it too. Like they tied in like their like I guess genetic kind of thing into this, of like that they all have like this supernatural, like on their mom's side at least, not their dad, have like that supernatural ability, like you said, her having the dreams and him like being able to speak to these dead kids.
Yeah, it definitely helped them get everything out of the way. Yeah, it's cool. I like the joke you made when the kids are like, yeah, the first thing we lost is our names.
Oh yeah, the ghosts, they're all like, he's like what's your name? He's like, oh, we don't remember, or I don't remember. The first thing you lose is your name. And I'm sitting there like, wouldn't your life be the first thing you lose? We all fucking chuckled. That shit was funny. I also liked at the end when he fucking puts the phone to the killer's ear when the phone's ringing.
Okay, yeah.
And he's like, it's for you. And it's that kid's like, today's the fucking day. I was like, yeah.
Okay, and I will say, that little girl was a fucking badass, though. She had little sisters over here fucking talking shit to the cops over here, beating up the bullies for him and shit. Like, that's right.
She was a G. I forgot about all that.
So there were some high points with the movie.
Yeah, 100%. Like we said, entertaining, but just wasn't what we were looking for.
Yeah, hopefully the next one will be a little better on us.
Yeah, we're hoping to do Smile. I have some solo ones that I've done already that I haven't posted or anything. So I'm gonna try to finagle all these. I've got with this one done, I'll have 3 episodes done. I just haven't posted. So I'll probably throw this one in the middle because the other 2 are solo session. Then we can hit Smile one of these days. That'll be a fucking blast.
That would be dope.
Because that movie looks fucking good.
Yeah, it looks fucking freaky. I'm going to sit there tomorrow, and then there's going to be a customer at work smiling at me. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Yeah, that one's going to fuck with me heavy. Anything else you want to add for these guys about this one?
No, just if you haven't seen it, it's still a decent watch. Just spoilers, as we said, so by now you were probably sitting here, you're like, well, if I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna go see that shit now.
Yeah,
so.
Fuck that.
But Yeah, let us know what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, throw it in the comments on Facebook or Instagram if you've seen it. Maybe throw in a little comment before you listen on the post, and then another one after. It helps us out a little bit, and then we can have a discussion about it.
Yeah, definitely. Also looking for some suggestions because the horror movies industry just is going downhill now. I want to find a good one.
Yeah, dude.
I want something good. If anybody knows anything, let me know.
All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you for listening.